Yeah, I had a pretty gnarly health journey in 2019. I was working as a registered nurse in the intensive care, and I became very sick, full body eczema. And the system, despite working in it and knowing a lot about it and being surrounded by some of the best practitioners in California, no one could help me. And so I kind of had to go on my own journey. I quit my job completely, moved to South America, and I just started throwing spaghetti at the wall, hoping something would stick. And then within a year, I figured out it was a lot related to the gut. Um, and so that just launched me on a completely different trajectory in my life. And then in 2023, I landed upon Josh Mason's work with the Detox Dudes, and then did the first ZENCLEANZ, the one in March of this year, and then did the liver forgive, and I've gotten massive results with both of those.
Before.
Yeah, I mean, when you see what comes out of you, it's shocking, and it's the kind of thing that, like, when I show my friends this stuff, it's almost too much for them, because once they see it, they don't want to go back. Like, it's like taking the red pill. They can't, like, they just want it out of their body. And there's nothing more visceral than like removing mucoid plaque and liver stones and seeing the results. Because a lot of people pay for supplements and all of these things, but they don't really see the results. They may feel a little bit, a little stuff, but that can always be placebo at the end of the day. With this, it's like, oh wow, that was in me.
Oof.
Yeah, I have photos that definitely do it more justice than what I could speak, but like I did the intestinal one March 2023, and then I think forgive around April. And my body is just completely different. Like I've been trying to eat a bunch of food my whole life to gain weight, because I'm a relatively skinny guy, and just nothing worked. I tried everything, and nothing worked. And then I removed the plaque, and my body just started putting on weight because it was absorbing nutrients more.
You need to act upon it.
Yeah,
And
for me, after the cleanses, it made it easier to make the right choices, just because there's more space. And when you get rid of things that are like toxic in your body, you have more space for making the right decisions based off of what your higher self would choose. So for me, it's only been easier.
yeah.
Yeah, I haven't found anything related to that, because there's so many people that talk about like removing mucoid plaque, but they're like breatharians who have been doing nothing but not eating for 3 years. And so um, the other thing I'm doing right now is a parasite cleanse. So that's pretty gnarly as well. Just like what you were talking about with having these things in us. And when they come out, it's like all of these emotions that you had that were related to that thing. Um, so yeah, I'd be excited if ZenCleanse comes up with something there.
During the cleanse.
Oh, I did it with buddies. So I recommend, if people are gonna do it with loved ones. So it was fun for me, but yeah, there was definitely, I mean, so much emotion, especially with the liver, because the liver houses a lot of anger and a lot of other things. Um, so yeah, but it was for the most part kind of a party. Yeah.
You.
Yeah, I think being able to see it come out is really helpful. But I've myself and all of my friends, we just felt much higher frequency. Like, we've been able to stay at a higher level of consciousness much longer. And when we fall out of it, it's much easier to just jump back in, because there's more space in the
I want
body.
to try out next.
I'm gonna try the lungs, the lymph, and the kidneys. So yeah, I'm just gonna go. But yeah, I saw an osteopath recently, and this guy, I've never met anyone like him. He's well versed in traditional ancient medicine, and he's really formulated allopathic medicine with ancient medicine very well, in a way that I've never seen before. And he told me that, yeah, my kidneys are just jacked, which most people's are, just because of the constant stimulation and the toxins and everything. So I think that will probably be one of the most prolific ones for me, just because of my past and my traumas, and the kidneys store a lot, especially with the sympathetic nervous system. So I'm looking forward to that.
In a better world.
Yeah, so I worked in healthcare, and a lot of people in healthcare usually have a childhood upbringing where they were like the caregiver for someone. And what I learned from that whole journey was like just putting people way too much above myself, trying to help them out of trauma and to be a good person. And what I've realized is just taking care of my vessel and myself allows me to bring so much more to the world as long as my cup is full. Because if it's not, then I can't do what I want to do because I'm just burning from both ends of the candle.